tell you all. I can tell this bits and pieces. So I got a couple of life updates. I don't know if you all know, but since December, my world has been like a whirlwind. I've went through a lot of changes and a lot of life updates. Some good, some not so good, but hey, here we are. So since November of last year, I can say a little bit before my birthday, I think some of you all knew, like, my nephew went kind of like MIA, but we ended up finding him. Whatever that situation worked itself out. And then my brother passed away in December, so I'm still kind of like dealing with that. And then in the midst of that, after December, turn around in January, you guys, I actually lost my job. And you all can check out the story time on that, and just like all of that stuff that transpired. And I'm gonna dig in that a little bit more because it was a build up to that moment anyway. Can't say I didn't see it coming. I seen it coming ever since like July of last year. But anywho, and then you all, divorce. I am currently going through a divorce. So a lot has transpired in my life over the last 7 or 8 months, and it's been a whirlwind. But one thing I can say is when I sometimes pray and kind of like pause and reflect on like everything that has transpired, it's actually making me a better person and evolving me into the person that I always wanted to be. Sometimes liberty and freedom is expensive. It's going to cost you something. You're going to have to sacrifice something, but it is rewarding. Don't get me wrong. I'm still on a journey to rebuild my life and to get my life together, and back on track, in the direction that I desire to be in. But one thing I can say is the freedom that I'm paying at all costs has been worth it. It hasn't been a perfect journey. Do not get me wrong. It's been some up and down days. But one thing I can say is I'm excited and happy where God is taking me and evolving me to. And I'm glad that now I can actually look back in the mirror and I can see myself. For a long time, I lost myself, and I'm not afraid to admit that. And not not losing myself in a way like, how can I say this? I've always been centered in myself and what I want to be and confident in who I am. But sometimes you make sacrifices for love. Sometimes you make sacrifices for family and friends, and you lose yourself in that way. You can be overly giving, overly compassionate, over generous. And I caught myself in that space. But now I'm taking that same energy and pouring it back into me. And I can see the light, as they say, at the end of the tunnel. So I just wanted to kind of drop those tidbits with you all to tell you all, yes, you go through things. Yes, things happen. But hey, what are you learning on the journey? And that's kind of where I am. And that's what's keeping me positive on a daily basis, is thinking like, okay, what is this here to teach me? Why am I going through what I'm going through? What is the point? What is the purpose of it all? And little by little, I'm defining it and I'm seeing it and I'm thanking God for it, because you all, it has not been easy. I'm talking about back to back to back to back to back, but God. So I just wanted to just drop that life update on you all, and more content and more things to come. Be prepared to be sick of me on TikTok. I'm just kidding.